Yourself happens in stages, and the first stage in the question of finding yourself is finding God. Hello, welcome back to our series. I will say that I had a passion for God, but that youthful desire was still there. Yeah, I was 18 then, and I was just entering school. And it happened to be that at that point I was staying with my brother-in-law's cousin, which was a year older, and it so happened that like in evenings her and her friends went out, and at that time I was still new to the environment, so I didn't really have friends. And they were not just going out, they were going to church. Although me, I wanted to go out too, but like the friends I had from secondary school, because I stayed 1 year at home before. I stayed 1 year at home before I got admission. Most of them went to the other campus of the university. That's unique. So they all went there. So like it was more like a fresh page again, and I just came in like newly. So one day when I went to school, I met somebody in school, and it happened to be that through this person I was invited to a fellowship. And immediately they invited me, like somebody just called me on the phone and invited me. I didn't even think, I was not hesitant because I wanted to go out. I decided to go give it a try. And on getting there, warm welcome, the drama that was acted, like everything was just coming together. The drama, the message that was preached, like up to today I don't remember, but I know then like it really hit me. And when an altar call was made, the person leading that did not say stand up, did not say do anything, or just made. And I say this word out. Me, I don't want anybody to be looking at me as this girl. Everybody's looking at me, so I just say this in a way like nobody will really know what just happened. And once I say these words, I just felt this kind of peace and warmth within me, like that I've never felt before. So after that day, I was so excited to keep going to that place. That's how it all started. As people in our 20s, I know there's a number one question that we tend to ask a lot. How do I find myself? Finding yourself is something that is continual. It's not something that happens at once. Finding yourself happens in stages, and the first stage in the question of finding yourself is finding God. A lot of people might say, how do I find God? First of all, the Bible says those that hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. There should be a level of hunger and thirst first, and you might just find a way, you might just bump into something, whether a person or something on the internet that will just speak to you at that moment. So there are different ways, but one of the main ways is, first of all, how is the state of your heart? Are you really hungry, or you just feel like it's more like an obligation? So that's the first thing. Then knowing your passions, what you're good at. Yeah, because I feel like everybody has something that they can do, no matter how small, that is kind of personal to you. And these passions are more like potentials. The more you stay on them, is the more it grows. That's why it's called potential. But potential is something that is within that needs to be harnessed. So these potentials, when they start being harnessed, they eventually turn to purpose. When these potentials are harnessed to purpose, you find a level of fulfillment in them. That's when the first fulfillment anybody can ever get is in knowing his stand with God. So for me, so far, I know that one of my passions is YouTube, right? And I'm still learning. By taking the step to post videos, I believe that taking the path of purpose, even if I might not like hit the number I want to hit, it's just beyond the numbers. It's more about the fulfillment that comes from doing what you know you should be doing, and fulfillment that comes from doing what you deem worthy to do. And that's one way you find yourself. That's the third way. And just continue at it. And just continue at it. And finding yourself is not something that happens in one day. It can take a lifetime for that thing to happen. But I know that like this age, at this time, like in our 20s, is one of the primary shapers of what we're going to be in the next few years to come. So it takes God's grace to really guide us in the direction and path to follow. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and like. See you in the next series, in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.